Assign Quantity is a tool that creates what we could call soft reservations. So it's not a hard reservation, but a soft reservation to make sure that our customer get the items we promised them in the order that we promised the customer. So the first customer we promise will be the first one who gets an item. Let's look at how this works. And to explain it, I have installed the free app from AppSource, the graphical inventory profile, just to explain what is happening. So from my first line with item number 1000, I will look at the inventory profile for this item on location basic. As I can see here, my lowest inventory is 5 on the 28th of May, but my end inventory is actually 30 because I have a production order coming up on the 9th of June. This means if I'm making a new line on the same item, just to test it, same item number, same location, and for instance, I will make a shipment date on March, let's try to do that, March 25, which is 2.5 months before my end inventory, my production order. And I'll make a sales order line here of 20. It will automatically look ahead and see how many can we assign. And as you can see, it assigns 7, not as you might have expected 5. And the reason for that is from the date we entered here, it will look 2 months ahead. That is a setup field. So when we look at the inventory profile and we only use the assign quantity, meaning what we actually promised the customers, which we have assigned, we could see here that on the 6th of May, we will go to 0, and the order we just entered here, the new sales order I just made here, was on this one, 25th of March, 5 pieces. So it looks 2 months ahead and assign as much as possible, meaning this demand over here is more than 2 months ahead, and we will assume that it's possible to actually require the item within that period. So if you cannot replenish your inventory within 2 months, you'll have to set that period to be longer. This is one scenario. If we didn't do that, let's make another scenario. We'll just delete the quantity and I will change the date to see what happens if we entered April 15 instead. So this is still before the production order in the end of the inventory period, but it's less than 2 months before the production order. Now when I enter quantity now, it will look 2 months ahead, it also did that before, and say that there's not enough to assign the complete quantity, but because you have actually enough within a 2 months period, would you like to move the shipment date? So if I say no to this question, it will still assign 7. If I say yes to the question, it will move the sales order date and assign the full quantity. And as you can see here, it moved the sales order date till 10th of June, meaning the day after the production order. So if I look at the graphical profile now, including assign quantity, like this, I can see that my end inventory is now 10 and we have moved the sales order over here. So in this way, it's possible to mathematically calculate what is optimal to promise our customer and what we could do. So basically, assign quantity is a tool for assigning as clever as possible what we can promise the customers.